Point Break, it is a design venture. It's a cult classic. And this is a movie I have enjoyed very well over the years. Definitely a must watch for anyone who's never seen the 1991 film. Man, I cannot believe it's been 30 years since this classic film came out. So this movie stars Keanu Reeves playing a rookie FBI agent, Johnny Utah, and his plan is to investigate the Danes group of bank robbers known as the ex-presidents, who are connected with 30 bank robberies in a few years. And not only that, but when Johnny gets close to one of the surfers as a friend, and then of course he ends up falling in love with Tyler, who is Bahi's ex-girlfriend. Then the situation is complicated even more. I have to say, I really enjoyed this film. It got some great storytelling in it. There is a great chase scene like through the middle part of this film. And the acting's pretty done well. I have to say that the late Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves, they have amazing chemistry. And this film is a cult status. You know, when I first had heard about this film a long time ago, and I checked it out, I have to say it was like one of the best films that came out back in the early 90s. I think this film sadly gets overlooked sometimes because this film came out the same year that Terminator 2 came out. In fact, what's interesting is that James Cameron had somewhat of a hand with doing this film. Well, I will say is that while this film is iconic for what it is, it's simply a 100% adrenaline adventure. Credit to the late Patrick Swayze. He did a lot of his stunts on his own. He jumped out of an airplane 55 times. And he learned how to surf even though he had suffered 4 broken ribs. Now, that's dedication. He didn't use a stunt double. He did all of that himself. Not only is this film visually like cool to look at, it has the surfer vibe. This might be one of the best surfer films I've ever seen. I mean, literally, the acting saves this film. Plus, you got Gary Busey, you know the role he had in this movie. And you have an intriguing plot about an FBI undercover agent who wants to bust, you know, the East Surfers, but he ends up being friends with one of them, and he doesn't want to take him to jail. It's a dilemma for him because these group of people brought him in they brought him in and they taught him the ways of surfing and that whole, you know, thing there. Once again, this is such a iconic film that it should be remembered for even many more years to come. Seriously, future generations ought to check this film out because this is certainly such a cinematic piece of film history. It's not the best film ever, but I think it's a film that is well worth anybody's time. I'm giving this film a 9 out of 10. You know, rewatching it, it made me remember how much fun I had with this film. Every time I do look at this movie, it never gets old to me. It's always a film that is very cult-like status in terms of being such a awesome movie. And not only that though, but they certainly don't make movies like this anymore. And then they had the nerve to do the 2015 remake. And wow, I haven't seen that film. I heard bad things about it. Nonetheless, though, this is a film that I've highly enjoyed for so many years. And it's certainly one of Keanu Reeves, one of his best films he's probably ever did up to this point. And that's my review of the film Point Break. Okay, leave your comments down below in the session and let me know what you think about this film. Alright, this is Slum Guy 172 saying, peace out.